Hello everybody, thank you for joining my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. That's going to be the red R towards the bottom right. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to remove the white maintenance station on an Ri2000. If you guys have any kind of error codes or need some assistance, please don't forget to contact Ricoh Tech Support. Have them troubleshoot with you or start a case. You don't want to avoid any kind of warranties by working on a unit by yourself. Okay, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is going to open up the lid of our printer. Now I'm going to go ahead and release my carriage using a touch panel by going to my maintenance menu, regular maintenance, and the white one, and press cleaning. What that's going to do, it's going to shift the carriage over towards the center of the unit. Now if you're unable to do this, I'll go ahead and set my carriage back and I'll show you guys how to manually release that carriage. Okay, some of the items you're going to need are going to be some Ricoh G1 cleaning fluid or type 1, Phillips screwdriver, some lint-free wipes, and a shop towel. Okay, now that my carriage has gone over back towards the right, I'm going to power off my unit by pressing the power button. I'm going to hold that for about 4 to 5 seconds. I'm going to select the shutdown icon 2 times and I'm going to wait for my unit to power down. Once my blue light stops blinking, I'm going to go towards the back of the unit and also turn it off from the back. Remember guys, when you're working in a unit, you don't want to have any kind of power. So you always want to turn it off from the front and from the back. Okay, we're going to go over towards our maintenance station for the white print head. Okay, to manually release your print head, you're going to see a little flag right here. Okay, you're going to push that little piece of plastic or that flag counterclockwise until it comes leveled with that sensor. Then you can go ahead and you can grab your carriage and push that over towards the center of the unit. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to disconnect some power cables here. And we're going to start with this ribbon cable right here. You want to go ahead and hold that nice and tight, and then you want to pull the cables away from that connection. You're going to have a small tie wrap right here. There's a release little flag thing here, and you kind of push that tie wrap into itself, and that's how you get that to loosen up. Yep. There we go. Okay. Just to give you guys a better idea how that works, you're gonna press this little latch here down and then push this into itself. Okay, once you got that disconnected, we're going to disconnect our sensor cable right here. Pull that towards the back. I'm going to get my towel here. I'm going to place it over my connectors. I don't want to get any kind of ink on them. Okay, here we go. Okay. In some cases, you are going to find that this cable here, this gray one, it's attached to a mount down there. Just kind of get your finger on it to release that mount. Let me show you one of these upper mounts, how to release that. So if you see my mount right there, you're gonna get your finger right on that part of the mount, or your nail or a small screwdriver, and just kind of open that up. All right, I'm gonna do it again for you guys. Right on the edge of that, and it opens. Okay. Once we got that removed, we're going to go ahead and also remove the drain valve towards the inside of the maintenance station. Okay, that's going to be right in there. You're just going to push the top or the part that has grip towards the back, and you're going to pull your tube forward. It's kind of like a quick release valve on a compressor. Okay. Next, we're going to remove the 2 screws holding that maintenance station in place. And that's going to be 1 screw right here, 1 on top. One in and 2. There we go. Now what makes this one different than from the front maintenance station is you are going to see this plate right here with the ribbon cable. You can go ahead and just pull down on that plate like so to bring that maintenance station out. Don't be afraid, you're not going to damage anything. It's just a holding plate for this ribbon cable. So just going to pull that down a little bit. And we're going to take out this maintenance station. Now when you get here, you're going to have to go up a little bit and then downward to pull that out. Okay. Now in case you're having a little bit of trouble trying to get that out, to loosen up this plate right here, there's going to be a screw here towards the inside. Let me show you where that screw is located. There's going to be a small screw right in there. So that screw, you can always take that screw out. That's going to make it easier for you to move this plate. Mine's a little loose, so that's why you can see mine moving kind of easily. So I left that screw nice and loose right down there. Okay guys, once you got that station out, you can go ahead and look at my other video on how to clean your maintenance station. Just to give you a brief idea on this video, we're going to clean all the gears here towards the front of it and the gearing here in the bottom. Now you can clean these out by using a small brush. A little toothbrush will work just fine. Just make sure you don't go across these gaskets. You just want to follow the gaskets as you go along. You don't want to go back and forth. You don't want to damage these. Okay, so now we're going to pretend that this thing is clean. We're going to put it back in there. We're just going to slide it back in. But before we do that, I'm going to show you guys one more thing. There's also going to be a right ink sump. So that's right there. That's where your waste ink goes into while it's doing maintenance. Okay, to remove that one, there's going to be a small little screw right here, a little white one, or blue in most cases. Or what you can do is get a little syringe and stick it in there and just syringe all that ink out if you don't want to remove this plate right here. Now to remove that plate, you are going to remove this screw all the way and you're going to carefully lift this plate up. Let me show you how that's done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my screw that's located right back there. Okay, so that screw is out. Now I can move my plate up. I can move my plate up and I can get to the screw right in there. Okay, I bring this back down. And I'm going to put my screw back in there. Okay, so if you guys, once again, want to remove that right sump, you loosen that screw, lift this plate up, and you can get to that screw there on the side. Okay, so now we're going to insert this back in. So making sure that I'm not pinching my silicone tube here. Just going to push that back in there. Again, I'm going to bend down my bracket just to give me some working room. I'm going to make sure my maintenance station lines up to my 2 holding pins. Let me show you where those are at. It's going to be 1 pin right here, 1 right there. That kind of keeps your maintenance station in place. As you can see, if I move back and forth, it's not going anywhere. Okay, once I got that back in place, I'm going to reattach my screws. Let me get my screwdriver. So it's 1. Now once that's kind of tight, quarter turn, and that should be enough tension or enough torque. Keep that in place, nice and tight, quarter turn. There we go. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reattach my drain tube. And I'm just going to push that tube right back into that valve. Gonna give it a little gentle push, making sure my tube here is not kinked, bent, or twisted. That looks good right there. I'm gonna reconnect my sensor cable, and I'm gonna reconnect my power cable for that maintenance station. If you guys want, you guys can put this back. If you don't want to, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. I'm just gonna put mine back in there. And then there you go, guys. Once all that's put back together, we'll just go ahead and turn the machine on from the back, turn it on from the front, and that's how you replace the maintenance station on an Ri2000. And that's going to be the back maintenance station for the white print head. Alright guys, thank you for joining us. Once again, please don't forget to join our channel, leave us some comments. Let us know what kind of videos you guys want to see. We'll try to get those posted up. And thank you for joining me, and have a good day.